and machinery. We are your one-stop engineering and consultancy company with experience locally, regionally, and internationally. We provide excavation services and engineering consultancy, construction of residential and commercial structures, civil works such as drainage, retaining walls, roads, concrete patio services, paving services, concrete driveway services, remodeling and renovation, painting services, styling services, and so much more. Ask about our rental services of excavators, heavy equipment, metal formwork, and steel prop. Contact us today via telephone number 537-9675 or email infinitecontractors19@gmail.com.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are superb distributors, wholesalers, and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Somebody call Waggy because
this is madness, total madness.
Sunday, March 5th from 5 p.m. The National Stadium comes alive as Megaforce Promotion presents its first big event for 2023. March Madness Mega Bingo.
And you can win
A whopping $100,000 in cash.
Wait, is $100,000 you just said it?
Yes, $100K in cash could be yours. Tickets are $60 for one or $100 for two. You gotta be mad to miss that. Remember, Sunday, March 5th, National Stadium. Get ready for March Madness Mega Bingo.
This is madness, total madness.
We support.
All right, we're going to come back to that one. We want to say hello and welcome to one and all to another Mikey Live program. And of course, it is another day of news. We say it's called News Discussed, Not Told. We have quite a bit of things to tell you about. You know what I mean? So brace yourself for that. As usual, we have to say hello to the first-time viewers on the program. Welcome. And to the usual suspects, while you have your place on the business, well, hello to you as well. Tonight, last lap kayak mass, and of course, support for private primary schools inclusion in National Primary School Athletics Championships. We'll talk about that. The GFA announces its fully local squad for Barbados Friendlies. Of course, Barbados and Grenada is going head-to-head in international friendlies. A series of matches. Talking about 3 matches. We'll talk to you about that in a moment. And the president of the Rotary International, that's Jennifer Jones, to make an official visit to Grenada. And just like Grenada, there's 2 missing fishermen in St. Lucia, and they want persons to be on the lookout for them. All right, and Skerrit, Roosevelt Skerrit indicates no certainty as to when intra-regional travel woes will be solved. We'll explain that to you in a moment once time permits. So folks, again, we'd like to say welcome to the business. All right, this is News Discussed, Not Told. We're taking a break and come back. Remember that the headlines is brought to you through the kind compliments of Coach Grenada Limited, Nawasa, the Housing Authority of Grenada, Real Value IGA Supermarket, Superb Distributors, and of course we've got Infinite Contractors on board. We'll say hello to you as well. Remember, someone sharing tonight's program will receive some free credit compliments did you sell. Folks, when we come back, it could be real news in Oli Lili Lolo.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
For your education.
For your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
We got the call on our way home that something was wrong. When we got here, we saw that the entire house was engulfed in flames. Just sitting there and looking at you, basically your whole life investment going up in flames. It did take a toll on us as a family. Once we decided to rebuild, the thought came up to use the Housing Authority of Grenada. After they sent in their quotation, which we thought was very, very reasonable, we decided to go with Housing Authority of Grenada. They were very helpful. They visited the site weekly. The staff was very professional. The contractor was very professional. They delivered our house on time. The quality of work was amazing. And as you can see today, we are not disappointed. I would definitely recommend Housing Authority of Grenada for all your construction needs. With their affordable costs, high level of customer service, guidance, and building expertise, they will help you as they help us.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
Yes, and of course, again, welcome to the business. Well, after the many days of fun, frolicking, and revelry, it's last lap jump up in Kayak. Kayak Mass 2023 was a blast for some people. All right, so as of midnight tonight, then everything will be over, done. You understand? Now the festivities began with the Queen Show last Thursday. All right, followed by the song competitions like the Soca Monarch, which was on Friday night, and then the Groovy, and then there was the Calypso on the Sunday night, and then the Juve yesterday morning, and band parade later in the afternoon, and then the street parties and so on. And today is last lap jump up time. So for the people who left here and went up to Kayak, well, blessings to you. Listen, people go up and stay in tent and thing. You understand? Tent to know. All the Grenadians different to know. Then people decide if I can get a hotel, if I can get no guest house, if I can get no house to stay in, then I'm sleeping in a tent. And yeah, Grenadians different when it comes to their mass. You understand? Well, as it relates to incidents and violence and so on, I have not heard any reports. I'm not saying that there wasn't. From where I sit or stand, I have not heard any reports of any major incidents and this and that and the other, you know. So I think that's good so far. Well, that's usually the case in Kayak, and likewise Grenada. We have the safest carnival in the world. Earlier, the president of the Rotary International 2022 to 2023, that is Jennifer E. Jones, will make an official visit to Grenada tomorrow. The Rotarian ascended to the leadership position in October last year and is the first woman to be installed as president in the 117 years history of the organization. You hear me? In the organization's 117 years, they have not seen it fit all right, to appoint a female as the president. And so she has broken down that barrier. Now, the Rotary International has a worldwide membership of over 1.4 million persons in over 200 countries. It's the first time since its establishment in Grenada the president of Rotary International will visit the island. Now, President Jones will be welcomed by District Governor 2022 to 2023, Leslie L. Ramdani, who heads the organization in Rotary District 7030. During the very short stay in Grenada, President Jones is expected to make a courtesy call to the Governor General Dame Cecile Lagrenade, visit the Grenada schools for special education and the Quarantine Point Park, then meet and interact with members of the Rotary family at a luncheon reception at the Spice Island Beach Resort. A Rotarian for over 25 years, Jones has previously served as Rotary International Vice President, Director, Training Leader, Committee Chair, Moderator, and District Governor. And she said one of her goals as a Rotary International President is to have double-digit growth in the number of female Rotarians and Rotarians under the age of 40. You understand? Well, she has an aim. Yeah? So that's not bad, you know? So, anyway, what do you have to do to become a member of the Rotary Club, by the way? Anyway. So, Olia, we are moving on. The regional coordinator of the Impact Justice Project, Professor Velma Newton, says Grenada's mediation is in safe hands. Now here's what. Police officers involved in the recently concluded Impact Justice Project mediation training have come in for great commendation. You understand? Some 31 people, well, police officers, in fact, they completed the training last week in this regard, all right, designed as a beefing up, really, of their mediation techniques aimed at reducing the burden on the court system. You understand? Now, the training was all part of the Regional Justice Reform Project by the Canadian government in collaboration with the University of the West Indies. You understand? So, in the first instance, well, before I tell you that, all right, Regional Coordinator of the Impact Justice Project, Professor Velma Newton, after the training, noted that Grenada's mediation is in safe hands. Now, in the first instance, she expressed being impressed with the RGPF's management team concerning community policing and the provision of support for officers who experience trauma in the execution of their duties. You understand? Now, the mediation thing is like getting police to be involved in dispute resolutions and so on. You know, things are happening in the community, and instead of you have to go and fill up the court system with petty issues, police officers will help to people who are parties of dispute to come to some kind of amicable solution or resolution. That's not always going to happen because, you know, some people could be big stone. You understand? Yeah, listen, you have a lot of sick people walking around in the place. You all know that, right? All you know, you have a lot of sick people walking around behaving normal like me and you, but they're sick in their head. These people believe to themselves that they are more important than other people. These people believe that they are entitled to certain things. I'm making it up. People that are normal. That are normal, boy. Yeah, some people, they want to beat you for your own thing. Yeah, some people, they just feel like they're entitled. That people must come to them. Because I am Mr. This and I am Mr. That. Really? I'm telling all you, boy. Real sick people in the place, boy, walking around like business manager and kind of business. I want to hear them talking 1-9. What planet they living on that? Our planet they come from because they don't thinking normal, boy. I telling all of that, boy. Because I real talk, I telling all you. You know what I mean? Some of them, let me give you a typical example. I went to like a funeral today, right? So I did the cemetery, driving through the cemetery, and you have a little arch where, you know, what do they call it? Like a house. The little house in the cemetery place now. That where I went to the that was grandpa. Right? And the man they stand up in the middle of the road. Right? In the middle of the road! 45 seconds ago, you see them vehicle coming, approaching him. But he will not come out of the road. You know why? Because when the vehicle reaches to him, the vehicle must blow its horn. And he must acknowledge that the vehicle is there. And then he will take his time and then walk off the road and then tell him, well, driver, you can't wait. Driver, you can have some patience. Driver, take your time now. Have patience. Them people don't normal. Them people do normal. You understand? Some of them, they have something for you. They have something for you, not because they're doing you a favor, but because you have earned it. You earn the business. You earn the business, you know. You earn the business, but I want you to come and ask them for it. I ain't making it up. I don't making it up. They want you to come and ask them for it. They want you to come and beg them for it. What's yours? What you own? They want you to sit down in office. And they're going to take their time. They don't have to do no. They're shuffling thing. Or they don't be easy. They will make you sit down outside the office and wait for 10, 15, 20 minutes. They don't have nothing to do. They're on Facebook playing Farmville. You understand? Or solitaire. And you sit down outside waiting for, because they just cannot simply give you what is yours. Them people don't normal. You understand? So this dispute resolution now. So they are trying to get the police more equipped to deal with mad people, so a different kind of madness, boy. Some of them sitting down on the step. They're sitting down on the step. They hear you coming. They see you coming. But they will wait until you reach to them and say, you can ask for excuse. Are you at door making it? Them people don't normal. They occupy both sides of the road. They see the vehicle coming and the vehicle can't pass between them easy. They see the vehicle coming. They go wait until the vehicle reach to them and tell the driver, you can't blow your hand. I don't making it up. Them people do normal. They do normal. So that is why they have to equip the police. The police have to be versatile and intellectually equipped. Emotionally intelligent. Well versed in dealing with all these kind of characters, so as to ease up the court system, not just put all these little petty issues in the court system. Help resolve these matters. You understand? So that's what it's all about. Speaking of which, boy, this morning I said like a fire handling. Old Wester Hall, boy. Old Wester Hall, like a fire and thing. I call up the police and I call up the ambulance, not the ambulance, no man. I call up the fire department, boy. I said, let me time them, because I was here like a complaint that people are saying thing. I said, well, that's a perfect opportunity to see for myself. Calling people, I say, well, there's a fire at Old Wester Hall. It has just started. I don't know how it's that, but the place and the house is close. You understand? I put on my phone and I start the timer. I say, today, they're making Mikey live. I wait. Listen, I peck. I'm hungry. I come out and drop my child to school. I peck. And I peck. My belly making all kind of grumble. But I'm jamming. I say, I'm waiting until they come. Papaya. Before I could decide where I'm going to pack up, people are not making it up. before I could decide where I'm backing up for when the fire truck reach, if the fire truck reach, because, you know, I say, well, maybe if they go wait for a second call, or, you know, putting the system to the test, because I don't know. You're telling me? I hear noise, I say, hey, what? Somebody going on with the ambulance, boy. You know what I'm saying? I say, ambulance busy today? When I look, I see the fire truck. People, I don't make no joke. When I do so, I see the fire truck. I say, boss, where you come out? He say, we come out in tongue. I say, where? Man say, they come out in tongue. But I say, maybe they was on the road already. You know what I mean? Then people responded in the middle of the morning rush from St. George's to St. David's in 18 minutes. 1-8. Not 17 point something. What? He said, sorry, boy, we had a little traffic. I said, you had traffic? Well, how you come here? You understand? He said, sorry, but we had a little traffic, so thing. I said, boss, what? You see, that's things you don't hear all the time. So tonight, I want to take the opportunity from my own first-hand experience, not what people tell me. You understand? And congratulate the fire department of the Royal Grenada Police Force. The entire. You understand? And particularly now with special recognition to the St. George's team for responding. Record timing to address this fire. You understand? All give them people a clap on the program and they're going further. You understand? Give them people a clap on the program and they're going further. Give them fire department a clap on the program and somebody call somebody from the fire department tomorrow and say, oh, Mikey say a business on the program for all the last night. You understand? You understand? So all there, yeah boy, big up the fire department. You understand? See what? How they trick me, man. All it was day, all it did so many corners. Yeah, that how they try to trick me. What? Anyway, let's leave that talk. All yeah. Support for primary schools inclusion. So for private primary schools inclusion in National Primary Schools Athletic Championships, as written, as penned by colleague Michael Bascom. He says there appears to be a growing debate in Grenada over the exclusion of private primary schools from the National Primary Schools Athletics Championship. I know my partner Martin had some serious gripes with that. And Martin, so the topic continues. The event, which is organized by the Grenada Union of Teachers and sponsored by the Grenada Cooperative Bank, has been an important platform for young athletes to develop their skills and gain exposure. However, some have been calling for the inclusion of private primary schools in the competition. Well, why not? Me children in private school. Private school is not a luxury. Private school is a school. I don't see why not. The Grenada Union of Teachers is responsible, so I don't know how you're excluding. I don't know what was the foundation or the basis for the exclusion in the first place. I never really investigated to that extent. But I don't see why not. School is school, children is children. Every school have fees. Other thing, private schools is a luxury. Hey, it's just fucking out a set of money. Some people cannot afford to send their children to the regular school, so they put them in a private school. You understand? I don't have money. I just send me child in a private school for different reasons. You understand? So that doesn't mean that he should be deprived from participating in the national meet for his age. What are you gonna tell him when he mash up them children and them in Sports Friday coming, and then he can't participate in the national thing? What are you gonna tell me, child? What I gonna tell my child? You understand? That will help, that will impede their growth if you ask me. You understand? But anyway. So guest on the Weekly Talk Sports program hosted by Michael Bascom, he have weighed in on the issue that the president, with Presentation Brothers College principal Dominic Jeremiah is advocating for the amalgamation of the private and the public primary schools to bring mutual benefits to the athletes and elevate the quality of the event. I don't see why not. You understand? Now, Carl Andel of the McDonald College and an executive member of the GUT has expressed support for the inclusion of private primary schools, but has refrained from making public comments on the matter. Hold on, we have a little thing coming up, don't worry. You understand? Now, it is unclear what the reasons are for the exclusion of the private primary schools from the event, but it seems that there is a push for greater inclusivity in the competition. Ultimately, it will be up to the organizers and the stakeholders to come to a decision on whether or not to expand the National Primary Schools Athletic Championship to include the private schools. You understand?
Well, the Principals Association is the template in that we have both public and private school as part of our association and as part of Intercol. It is my belief that if the amalgamation of both private and public school, primary school sports will bring mutual benefit to both the private and the public school, and I think it has the potential to bring benefit because it will lift the quality of the event. Then I certainly want to suggest that we should be looking in that direction. The other thing is that I think the primary school games, if we go in that direction, then the primary school games would have to be expanded to be over at least a 2-day period.
It's already 2 days, sir. It's already a 2-day period.
Right.
Mr. Bascom, you want me to speak?
Yes, please. And you're speaking as a member of the Grenada Union of Teachers as well, right?
Well, I'm speaking as an executive member.
Executive member.
Yeah, but yes. So because of that, there's a lot of things I will not be able to say because over the last few weeks we had serious discussion on that. I, for one, I supported 100%. But as I said, based on the discussion and decision that we have taken, I cannot come in public and give this kind of information. So
it means that you have to abide by the decision taken.
Yes, I have to abide by the decision taken of the executive.
Fair enough. Yeah. But you say you support the participation of the secondary, of the private primary schools.
300%, sir.
That's a good thing.
300%. All right. So yes, the debate, I've seen it on social media myself, and I don't see why not. Seriously, I don't see why not. We gotta stop that. We gotta stop you understand, the separation thingy. Children is children, primary is primary, secondary is secondary. Full stop. You understand? Good. While we're talking sports, the Grenada Football Association has announced a fully local squad for the international friendly against Barbados. Now, Grenada will face Barbados over a series of 3 international friendlies, February 22nd at the Fond playing field, that's in St. Patrick. The game is going to be from 7 p.m. Then on February 24th, the game moves to Kirani James Athletic Stadium at 7 p.m. And on February 26th, Cuthbert Peters Park, Guelph, 4 p.m. Now, these matches are crucial, they say, to the senior national men's team's preparation to face off the United States of America on the 24th of March 2023 at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium at 8 p.m. in the CONCACAF Nations League. You understand? The Spice Boys, they also have upcoming engagements against St. Lucia and the national team there. All right? And also Trinidad. Now, the third match, Grenada versus St. Lucia, and I think it's going to be on the 5th. Again, Grenada versus St. Lucia. All right? And there will be some games against TNT, but I'll verify those games for you in a subsequent newscast. Oh, yeah, we're running out of time, but there's one thing that I need to tell you. 2 men, fishermen, are missing, and there are growing concerns about whether or not they're alive, considering how many days that has already passed and they have not been located. It is a similar situation as we are dealing with here in Grenada, which begs the question whether or not we are preparing ourselves properly for whatever eventuality when we are heading out at sea. You understand? We have to start thinking of many things when we're going out. Maybe, as they are going to be suggesting in this news story, tracking devices and so on, just to be safe, because your life is at risk every time you head out there.
The Vieux fishing fraternity and the friends and family of the 2 missing fishermen are gripped in fear and uncertainty. On Saturday, the 2 experienced fishermen set out from the Vieux Bay on a routine fishing trip. They were expected back in the bay before sunset. Night turned to day, and there was no sighting or word from the 2 fishermen. Concern gave way to fear as the hours ticked on. Melissa James is the partner of Pius Nobi Mathre, one of the missing fishermen. She eagerly hopes for word of a rescue.
They went to sea last week Saturday, and we're hoping by any chance, if any vessel will bounce up with them on the sea in order to save them, it will be good.
Zoya Jamari, the sister of Denelson Jamari, the other missing fisherman, says this incident comes at a time when her family is struggling to come to terms with the recent death of her father.
And we just hope and pray everything is all right and we make it back home safely.
Is that the first time?
Yes, it is the first time, because normally he goes out to sea with my father, but my father passed, so, and because my family just lost our breadwinner, so now my brother, so I cannot tell how they feel, but I know everyone feels a lot of pain.
Fisherman Andre Miller believes that with the installation of a tracking device, some of the losses at sea could be averted.
Well, the tracking device is a very important thing, and I believe it's time that government start to release it for us, because I was coming from Martinique a few hours late. My wife made a phone call and they knew that the boat was at customs. They know everywhere the boat is. So if the young fishermen that got lost last week there had that on the boat, they would know exactly if the boat sank or if they're adrift.
Gregory Joseph is the owner of the boat that the fishermen used to go out to sea. He says that this comes as one of the families is facing a double tragedy.
His father just passed away and he's not even buried yet, and the man lost.
I'm sure you're concerned about it.
So I'm concerned about it, I'm very concerned about that, and I don't have nothing yet. So I hope they safe.
Did the boat have any engine problem?
Well, before the guy left, they tell me the boat knocked the breaker, and they still left if they go out. The captain still left if they go out. So I don't know what's wrong. He should have packed the boat, and then I'll put the captain, the mechanic to check the engine.
Fishing is a leading industry in Vieux Fort, with the community boasting of having one of the largest fish landing sites on St. Lucia. This is not the first time in the recent past that fishermen have gone missing, sometimes without a trace. There has been concern expressed over the years over the safety of fishermen. This concern has largely gone unheeded. The families of the 2 missing fishermen are hoping for a better outcome this time around.
Honestly speaking, the family, we were not taking it that good. At the end of the day, when you lose a loved one, out there drifting, you may never know. Yeah.
Stanley Lucian for the HCS News Force.
All right, Stanley, it's good to hear from you again. How are you doing, Stanley? Okay. And the other day, so I saw there was a young man and he was selling his fish, and he was basically almost being bullied by one man who was in his dressed up in his office thing. Oh, all that for your fish, and da. Is that you buying the man fish or you're buying the man fish? These guys are going out there and risking their lives. Have some respect. You understand? I just sat there and just look at how these people, again, with jacket and tie and collar, feel that they could talk down to the fisherman because he's a fisherman. Some of these fishermen have skills that you would dream of having. You understand? Survival skills that you can't even come close to. So on what basis do you look down on him because you think that you're working for more money than him? You think. That's what you think. All right? So the fact that you're working in AC and he's out on the sea in hot sun doesn't make you in a better position than he is. It doesn't mean that you have better value in Grenada than he does. Have some respect. These men go there and they risk their lives. They leave their families at home, risk their lives to fish. And the man go about, oh well, that is job, that is work. Oh, so that is what you're saying, right? So you're saying that because it's their job means that we don't see them, we just see what they do. That we don't see an individual behind what they do. I tell you, sick people, the place don't normal. It's either you buy the man fish or you don't buy the man fish. The man tell you $8 a pound is $8 a pound. You understand? Respect that. If you cannot afford the fish, what I have to do with him? That ain't the man business. You always the one in jacket and tie and feel more thing than him, you know. You is the one in jacket and tie and feel more thing than him and you can't buy fish. And you see him as the poor one. You see him as the poor one and you can't even buy fish. I tell you, sick people. Anyway, let me that talk. Noah. Any other thing that we have to tell you? We are going to tell you about Skerrit and Liat. We'll tell you about that tomorrow because we are way over our time. No, not tomorrow. Thursday, God's willing. Remember that tomorrow we are going to be featuring the international friendly Barbados versus Grenada. All right? During our news time, we thought that you'll be interested in seeing that. You don't want to see me face every day at a week like that. So we're just trying to bring you different things. So we are going to be broadcasting that to you, okay? Tomorrow, God's willing. Hold on. We're coming back.
Infinite Contractors and Machinery. We are your one-stop engineering and consultancy company with experience locally, regionally, and internationally. We provide excavation services and engineering consultancy, construction of residential and commercial structures, civil works such as drainage, retaining walls, roads, concrete patio services, paving services, concrete driveway services, remodeling and renovation, painting services, styling services, and so much more. Ask about our rental services of excavators, heavy equipment, metal formwork, and steel prop. Contact us today via telephone number 537-9675 or email infinitecontractors19@gmail.com.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Allied Laboratories welcomes you. You can find us here on Gladstone Road in Grenville, in the building next to Calico, on the second floor, adjacent to Dr. Isaac's office. Or you can find us here on Grand Anse Main Road, adjacent to South Winds, opposite the entrance of XL Plaza. Contact our Grenville branch at 410-3488 or 419-1588, or send us an email at alliedlabgrenville@gmail.com. You can contact our Grand Anse branch at 403-3488 or 404-3488, or send us an email at alliedlabstgeorge@gmail.com.
Fit for life and Allied Laboratories. We're taking care of Grenada.
Somebody call Waggy because
this is madness, total madness.
Sunday, March 5th from 5 p.m. The National Stadium comes alive as Megaforce Promotion presents its first big event for 2023. March Madness Mega Bingo.
And you can win
a whopping $100,000 in cash.
Wait, is $100,000 you just said it?
Yes, $100K in cash could be yours. Tickets are $60 for one or $100 for two. You gotta be mad to miss that. Remember, Sunday, March 5th, National Stadium. Get ready for March Madness Mega Bingo.
This is madness, total madness.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
For your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
We got the call on our way home that something was wrong. When we got here, we saw that the entire house was engulfed in flames. Just sitting there and looking at basically your whole life investment going up in flames. It did take a toll on us as a family. Once we decided to rebuild, the thought came up to use the Housing Authority of Grenada. After they sent in their quotation, which we thought was very, very reasonable, we decided to go with Housing Authority of Grenada. They were very helpful. They visited the site weekly. The staff was very professional. The contractor was very professional. They delivered our house on time. The quality of work was amazing. And as you can see today, we are not disappointed. I would definitely recommend Housing Authority of Grenada for all your construction needs. With their affordable costs, high level of customer service, guidance, and building expertise, they will help you as they help us.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114-232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Get the protection needed for your eyes only at Quartz Optical. Trade in and save up to 35% off your lens purchase, plus a free eye exam. Payment plans available from 3 to 24 months. Book your appointment today online at www.quartzoptical.com. For your eyes only. Trade in your old glasses and save up to 35% off your lenses only at Quartz Optical. Value you can see. Special conditions apply.
Batteries. All roads lead to Quality Services Limited for the best deals on batteries for all applications: cars, SUVs, pickups, buses, medium and heavy duty trucks, construction equipment, generators, boats and more. European made with the highest amps and comes with a 12 months warranty. Yes, you heard it right. 1 year with the best quality and price. Quality Services Limited for the best deals on batteries. First left of the Lansopines Road. Call 444-4323 or WhatsApp 410-8070 or 405-7010. Quality Services Limited for all batteries.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
Time and have it delivered to you right here in Grenada at yogo.gd.
Consultations begin with private landowners as government seeks to build more affordable housing for Grenadians. We'll have details to this story and more in the National Report.
Grenada. The time for the national census is here again. Interviewers will be visiting your homes to gather information about you and your family. The data you provide determines budget allocation for health, grant funding for community projects, and government assistance for families and the elderly. The census is required by law, and so is your participation. We assure you that your information will be kept confidential. Do your part. Stand up and be counted, because we all count in this census. For more information about the census and your participation, contact the Grenada Central Statistical Office at 440-1369 or cso@cso.gov.gd.
With the details to the news for Tuesday, February 21st, I am Rikisha St. Louis. Government consults with landowners and contractors as it develops a plan to construct and provide 500 Grenadian-styled houses to interested families. The Ministries of Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation and Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs are taking a lead on the project. In light of this, government is seeking to partner with landowners and contractors to efficiently execute the plan of identifying lands and providing affordable houses that support all levels of income for Grenadians. Social and Community Development and Housing Minister Honorable Philip Telesford said there is an urgent need for affordable housing in Grenada. He said after reviewing the current China-Grenada low-income housing application process, government has committed to the provision of affordable houses throughout the country.
We should aim to do as many homes as possible. Having gone through a small exercise recently and knowing of the number of applicants for what we consider low-income houses here in Grenada, over 6,000 or so applicants altogether, with a limited number of approximately 600 units or so to give out, which means 9 in every 10 applicants will fail, will not be able to get one of those homes. It also means that the demand for housing in Grenada is huge.
A pilot project will be done in St. John. Minister Telesford outlined some critical aspects of the housing project,
which takes into account those income levels, varying income levels, from low to high. So anyone should be able to request a home of their choosing, and we should be able to build it. And that is why you're here. You are here because we're asking for a partnership with you. And so today I greet and salute in our midst people from, well, what we call private landowners. Some of you are here. How do we approach this? So the government of Grenada may not necessarily build homes, but we may provide an enabling environment. We may wish to partner by way of putting in infrastructural works. Those of you who may have large portions of land and wish to partner with us, we may enter into a joint venture for such a purpose.
MIT Minister Honorable Andy Williams says the project is aligned with government's vision for housing and transformative agenda.
This was a campaign promise that we made to the Grenadian people, and we are going to fulfill it. The fact that we are going to do 500 Grenadian-style affordable housing, and this is only the start. Now, we have a meeting with the banks, first of all. We spoke about ways we can reduce the cost to the borrower, right? And again, that is an important aspect in terms of keeping the cost down for a home owner, number one. Number two, you have hardware stores and so, who bring in things. And if we can get them to not act in silos, but to act as a group, right? We can get even the materials that we are looking to construct those houses with cheaper.
Some of the concerns raised by the landowners and contractors include a reduction in material cost, compensation for land, durability of housing units, the possibility of doing prefabricated houses, government's contribution toward the project, among others. Stakeholders of the Visible Transformation Project are pleased with the progress and calls for more collaboration to maintain what was done so far. Members of the project task force were guests on the Grenada Broadcasting Network's Beyond the Headlines television program on Monday to share an update on the derelict vehicle and other aspects of the transformation project. The project, a collaboration with the Royal Grenada Police Force, Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority, and the Ministries of Health and the Environment, Infrastructure and Physical Planning, is geared towards enhancing and beautifying Grenada. Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation Minister Honorable Andy Williams says the project has so far raised the bar on national pride in different communities.
People in the community put efforts in getting or in raising the standards and so of their surroundings, then they will see it upon themselves to maintain these areas. We want to see a Grenada that is greener, that is cleaner, that is more pleasing. We want when visitors come here, they have to go back and talk about how sweet Grenada is. And I'm saying, as long as I am the Minister for Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation, I will ensure that someone who have not been to Grenada for the past 3-4 years, when they return, they have to see the transformation.
Health officials are concerned about the increase in breeding grounds for vectors and the spread of vector-related diseases. Environmental Health Officer Danraj Ramkilawan is optimistic that the project will aid in reducing public health risk.
Also to avoid overwhelming the health system. Because the health system have to respond through surveillance and so on. And like for last year, our 2022, we had 286 dengue cases, reported dengue cases. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. All right, not everybody utilizes the health system when they're sick. Right, that figure can be as much as 5 to 10 times higher than that. All right, and also second to last, I would say, reduce the economic burden, right, of disease within the country.
Manager of the Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority, Myrna Julian, says significant improvement has been made since the project commenced last year. She says the collaboration has presented a better approach toward addressing the problems of illegal dumping, health hazards, and derelict vehicles.
If we continue with that approach, we are going to get the success that we want. Now, outside of the government establishments and institutions and statutory bodies, stakeholder institutions, I think that our major stakeholder here would be every Grenadian. I would like every citizen of this country to establish ownership for this and not just see this as a MIT or solid waste or physical planning or health or police, right, or the other stakeholders, but that if they establish ownership for this, support the various stages of the implementation of this project, whether you're into the metal trade or whatever it is, we want conformity to the established practices that we would like to see to ensure that it is done in a professional manner, and we reap the rewards of our collaborative approach.
This is the National Report. The news will continue after the break.
Have you noticed an increase or decrease in your electricity bill? You know that changes in the fuel and non-fuel rates affect your bill. You should also be aware that changes in household activities affect your bill. Ask yourself these questions. Have the rates changed? Have there been more people at your home? Have your children been on holiday? Have you used your fan or air conditioning unit more often to beat the heat? Are any of your electrical appliances or equipment faulty? Have you added any new appliances such as transformers, water heaters, or pumps? Make it a habit to understand any changes on your electricity bill. For more factors that affect your bill, visit www.grenlec.com. Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Welcome back. The Ministry of Agriculture and Lands, Fisheries and Cooperatives continues to place emphasis on building the capacity of the poultry industry. In this regard, more than 30 producers benefited from a World Bank-funded AgriCom project and FAO one-day training facilitated by Dr. Gabriel Young, consultant with the Food and Agriculture Organization. The training workshop for poultry producers focused on marketing, production and processing of poultry meat and eggs. AgriCom project coordinator Gregory Delsol explains the importance of the training.
We understand that poultry is a very important sector. It's one of the important commodities in terms of food security. But we have challenges within local production, and that a lot of animal husbandry practices and a lot of cost of production analysis of what farmers are doing is not being done. So what we're trying to do is build farmers' capacity both in animal husbandry and looking at the business side of poultry rearing to ensure that they know if they're making profits, if they're making losses, if their enterprise is efficient or not efficient.
Dr. Gabriel Young says more emphasis needs to be placed on boosting the broiler market in Grenada.
There's a lot of growth and potential that can happen in the broiler market. People need to consider the cost of production of their poultry. We saw that as an issue or a weakness that maybe the ministry can help with in helping them determine their cost of production for poultry meat. It seems to be widely accepted that the poultry meat in Grenada is of a far superior quality than the imported poultry meat. But I think market stimulation needs to happen, and that needs to be brought out, that the poultry meat produced in Grenada is a lot better quality. I mean, fresh poultry meat is much nicer than frozen poultry meat.
Livestock Officer Eugene Bernard calls for a more business approach to be taken to poultry production since it contributes to adequate pricing.
That farmers will be more cognizant of the fact that they are in a business. And the session that we just complete where we're doing the cost of production, I think is very critical. And it's an area that is lacking in almost every farm I know. And if farmers do not know what the cost of production is, then that would not be able to inform decision-making process going forward. And it will only allow them to be price takers.
Finally, in the news, revelers and organizers have just concluded a week of activities held to commemorate Carnival in Kayak. The event included the highly contested Calypso Groovy Power Soca competitions and Queen Show. Miss Six Roads Brianna Primus was crowned Carnival Queen 2023 last Thursday night at the Hillsborough Recreation Ground. The 17-year-old was among 6 who vied for the crown. Miss BBH Kanisha Kojo secured the first runner-up position, and Rihanna Alexander placed third. Gavin Moses Mozo and Zarina Bido Lady B both retained the Monarch crown for the Soca and Calypso competitions respectively. Matthew Thomas Golden retained the Groovy Monarch with his song In My Head. Both the Calypso and Groovy competitions were held on Sunday night. Here are some highlights.
Outside, we run by, come in to mash up the whole place. Finally, we outside, we run by, come in to mash up the whole place. Link up, let me all a vibe, come in to mash up the whole place. We outside, we run by, come in to mash up the whole place. Finally.
Team, morning. Team, you hear me? Team, I put in your speaker, Alright, nice. Team, if you know how long I'm waiting for this program, I try all kind of thing on the WhatsApp. I still ain't getting you with you. Hey, team, when I get you with you today, I'm glad on team. Hey, team, so you know, team, when I hear you say today, the topic is about the environment and people should come and tidy, I say yes, man.
They put a tattoo on it, but all of that is just foolishness. I want in all you to be said, but if all your hands to idle, this is what to do. With the building bishops college so long, children move back in before work done. Flim that, why the hell all you do? Flim that. They were green jersey, they don't play jump up. Now they're balling because they lose their work. Flim that. Jump
Take control of me body, body. Anytime that the rhythm hit me. I don't say to tear up the earth, to me body, son. It's all in the air. So it's all in the air. It's all in the air. It's all in the air. So much of us I cannot complain. Hey, hey, such a nice feeling in the brain. Hey, hey, and jumping in a massive crowd. Hands in the air making noise, they say we're too loud. But look at all the vibes in here. We're singing everything up in the air. I don't say all them crosses, fly them away. Go sticks and banners, because I go see it side to side. If me I could live, we're moving anything away. That's how we make it thunderbolt. Everybody wave, thunderbolt. Turn it all around, thunderbolt.
That story just ended the national report for Tuesday, February 21st. Let's recap the top story. Consultations begin with private landowners as government seeks to build more affordable houses for Grenadians. On behalf of the entire news and production team, I am Rikisha St. Louis saying thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much. And we now take a look at the weather. And of course, the weather is submitted by the Met Office. Well, in fact, today we had interesting weather. So it was really, really rainy. And then, sorry, it was a lot of sun. And then just a whole sort of rain after about 4:30, around 5 o'clock. Rain for so. And then, well, it subsided a bit. But anyway, from the Met Office, we can tell you that the weather is expected to be generally fair, becoming partly cloudy at times with few brief showers. Tonight's minimum temperature 23.5 degrees Celsius. Winds northeasterly to east northeasterly at 8 to 18 miles per hour. Seas moderate to slightly rough. Waves 5 to 7 feet in open waters. A small craft advisory is in effect. And we're going to take a look at the weather for Wednesday. We can tell you that the weather is expected to be partly cloudy and windy with few brief morning and nighttime showers, becoming generally fair during the afternoon. Max temperature 29.5 degrees Celsius and a minimum 23.5. Winds northeasterly to east northeasterly at 15 to 25 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Seas moderate to slightly rough. Waves 5 to 6 feet in open waters. And there's a small craft advisory that's in effect for tomorrow. All right, now we want to say hello to all the folks who are currently locked in on YouTube. All right, so big up to all the folks who are currently there on YouTube. You got to know that we appreciate you. It's Clovey, Suzanne, and everyone else who is there with us. All right, blessings, Barbara, and those of you who are just there not saying anything. Blessings to you. Those of you on YouTube. Likewise, those of you who are on Facebook, we want to say hello to you. God bless you, Java and the sharing committee. Java is reminding you that there's no program tomorrow. Java, real PRO and thing, Java, you get through, you know. All right. Miriam, Claire, Zaka, who else is with us? Eunice, Diana, Yvonne, who else? Everyone else with us. Blessings, praise, and worship. Della, both Dellas, Hazel Ann and Hazel. Blessings to you too. All right, we've gone over our time a little bit. Patty, how are you doing? All right, blessings to you, Patty. And or is it Patty? Angel, how are you doing? And everyone else, Mom, Linton, and Mariel, my whole family, Dolores, Vicky, blessings to you as well. Okay, Vicky, I see you. I see you. Okay, all right, so guys, Tracy, how are you? Joyous, how are you doing today too? Shireen, I see you there. Kireen, I see you there. I said Tracy, right? Yeah, man, Tracy. Dillian, the sharing Gagan. All right, blessings, guys. I'll see you guys. Well, we're gonna be. Well, we told you about a special program tomorrow. All right, so I'm hoping to see you guys on. Okay, so guys, take care. Let's go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we all say, Ja! No, take care.